I think the New Orleans Saints are the hardest team to predict in the entire NFL. I think they could go anywhere from 5-12 to like 12-5. And I'll tell you exactly why I think that in just a second. But super quick, massive shout out to Gavin for the suggestion of today's video. Go drop him a sub. Their link is in the description. And if you want a shout out just like that one, all you gotta do is let me know what team to do next. It helps me know what y'all want to see. And of course, when I pick your comment, I'll give you a shout out. So it's a win-win. But we've been easily, absolutely destroying every single like and sub goal. Let's see if we can get to 6,500 subs from this video, which big thank you for 6K. I'll have another fantasy draft rebuild cooked up soon because y'all enjoy those so much. And plus, if you subscribe, it'll make you an OG of the channel while you still can be one because we're growing at a crazy rate. Thank you all so much for that. It takes you like 2 seconds, and if you like rebuilds, you're in the right place because that's literally all I do, so you might as well subscribe. And let's see if we can get to 500 likes on this video. That might be a little conservative, but of course, if we can hit that, I'll do, like I said, another fantasy draft rebuild. So take the like 2 seconds. It really helps out a ton. I'd very much appreciate it. But that's more than enough plugging. I'm excited to talk about this team. So of course, get a drink, get a snack, get whatever. And let me tell you why I think what I think about this Saints team. So like I said, I think this team could finish anywhere from like bottom of the NFL to top of the NFL. The main reason I think that is because this is a really good team on paper, right? I mean, Alvin Kamara, Michael Thomas, Chris Olave, Ryan Ramczyk, Demario Davis, Cam Jordan, Marshawn Lattimore, Tyrann Mathieu. Like, you have some of the best players at their positions in the NFL. The problem with this team is most of those players don't really stay healthy, or in Alvin Kamara's situation, you know, he kind of has off-field concerns, or in Demario Davis and Cam Jordan's situation, they could face regression this year because they both are old. But assuming everything goes right, this could be a really good team. Assuming it doesn't go right, where maybe Alvin Kamara doesn't play, Michael Thomas gets hurt, some other players get hurt, Derek Carr maybe doesn't play super well, some of your older defensive players, like I was mentioning, maybe they regress. If all that happens, this could be one of the worst teams in the NFL. So I just really don't know what to think about this team. On paper, it is a pretty damn good team. There are definitely some holes. I mean, you're pretty thin at linebacker. Edge, you're definitely thin. Interior, you could be very thin, assuming BRYAN isn't very good as a rookie, which I do think he will be, hence the superstar dev. You know, your interior offensive line is definitely shaky. I still have no idea why they think Andres Pete can be a guard at 6'7" and how the hell he made a Pro Bowl. That's just fucking beyond me. Like, this definitely isn't a perfect team, but for this rebuild, it should be pretty nice. Another interesting thing is what we're gonna do with Derek Carr, because obviously, I mean, he's only a 77 overall, isn't particularly great in this game, or in real life, I guess. But I mean, if he's terrible in real life or something, they do still have Jameis, who I do still have faith in for whatever reason. And you do have depth at certain positions. I mean, tight end, you have 3, I guess, lower level starters. Receiver, you have like a million different players who could end up being their number 3. I don't know who that's gonna be. Even A.T. Perry, who they drafted this year. At edge, you're relatively deep, but you're kind of lacking a number 2. The Isaiah Foskey pick wasn't my favorite, honestly. I hated the Peyton Turner pick. He hasn't really done much. I like Tano Passanio. I like Carl Granderson. Hell, I even like Jabari Zuniga coming out of college. Just big character concerns there. It's actually going to be tough to decide who we're even going to start, but I think the starting lineup is going to be something like this. But that's more than enough talking about the team. Let's actually get into the rebuild of this team, and with that, let's get to the midseason point of year number 1, and let's see how this team can do. Okay, so Michael Thomas is mentoring Chris Olave, which I obviously went long-term development for that, and now Chris Olave has superstar dev, which maybe he should already have, but we'll definitely take that. We lost 51-7 to the fucking Texans. Maybe we're going to need a playbook change. We'll see. All right, so at the midseason point of year number 1, we are chilling at 3-4. I guess that's fine. I mean, I didn't expect this team to be great year 1. There is still a chance that we make the playoffs, but I mean, I'm not banking on it, and I don't really care too much if we do or not. It's only year 1. Derek Carr's doing good. He doesn't have that many touchdowns, but he really doesn't have any interceptions either. So we'll definitely take that. But who do we have to re-sign? We have -8 8.6 mil in cap space to work with. I forgot this team does that. And wait, why is Michael Thomas here? Okay, so this is apparently gonna be what the Saints expiring contracts are gonna be more like, I guess. There are definitely a few important ones like Cameron Jordan, obviously, Rashid Shaheed. What did that freaked me out. I meant to go left, but I went right. I like closed my eyes for half a second. I was expecting to see Rashid Shaheed, but I saw Will Lutz. I don't know. Either way, a lot of the players here are depth. There is Cesar Ruiz, but I don't know. He's only a 73 overall. We might re-sign him, but I guess we'll find out. The major player here obviously is Cameron Jordan. Is fairly old though, but I wouldn't mind paying him this 1 year, 15.4 mil. He takes it. Beautiful. And Rashid Shaheed, I do want him back. Still only 24 years old. Let's offer him, I guess this is fine. I don't know if he's gonna take that though. About 4 years, 25.6 mil, and he doesn't take it. You know, to be honest, someone who's already 24, which, oh, I know, so old. Madden apparently thinks that is old because it's just really hard to develop a player when they're already 24 in this game for some reason. I mean, it's not impossible, but there's almost no way that he'll get like to even an 82 overall, really, unless he just has like an absolute monster season. I've ranted about this a million times. I don't love how development works in this game. It's just even if a player has a monster season, if they're too old, they just literally can't develop. It's just weird to me. But I mean, I guess we can try to re-sign Cesar Ruiz. How's he doing this so far, or doing so far this year? 0 sacks allowed? Ooh. Well, he's gonna play like shit if we re-sign him, but 4 years, 30.8 mil, that's kind of steep for a player of his caliber, but fair enough. He takes it. If he develops into the player we want him to, then that could be a really good contract for the team. And like I was saying, other than that, it's pretty much just depth. I mean, Blake Gillikin, 3 years, 9 mil, beautiful. Will Lutz, 3 years, 9 mil, do you want that? Okay, cool. So we get both of them back. We'll try to get Rashid Shaheed at the end of the year, but worst case scenario, we just get somebody else that could be better, honestly. But with that, let's get to the end of year number 1, and let's see how this team can finish. Okay, so at the end of year number 1, we unfortunately do miss the playoffs going 7-10, but we expected that anyways. It's fine. The important part, oh my god, I just saw something. I'll get to that in a second, but the important part is how individual players played. Derek Carr played about like Derek Carr, 4,400 yards, only 26 touchdowns. For real life, that's okay. For Madden, that's not great. 12 picks, not amazing, low completion percentage. I think we're gonna replace him. Alvin Kamara, 1,300 yards, 18 touchdowns. Michael Thomas with 1,100 yards, but no other 1,000-yard receivers. Actually, Chris Olave with only 800 yards. For some reason, Rashid Shaheed and Taysom Hill had more. That's super fun. Blocking, Trevor Penning wasn't great. And Cesar Ruiz joins the all-castration team, which, if you didn't know, is my imaginary team of all players that do not allow 1 sack in a single season. So why do I have such a hard time saying his name? Cesar Ruiz joins that team. And then on defense, Demario Davis leads the team with 132 tackles. Tackles for loss, 16 from BRYAN led the team, 14 for Jordan and Shepard. And then sacks, 11.5 for Cam Jordan. Cam Jordan led the team, 4.5 for Isaiah Foskey as a rookie, which overall, that's not a bad rookie year at all. BRYAN, unfortunately, only with 2.5. And then interceptions, 5 for Marshawn Lattimore, 4 for Paulson Adebo, which could be huge. I mean, he could turn into a good player for us. Could be our number 2 corner opposite Marshawn Lattimore by the end of the rebuild. Pete Werner with 2, and then 1 for a few players. But let's check out those yearly awards, and then I'll get to the thing that I saw, unless he is here. But, oh, he is here. But Justin Herbert wins MVP on the Chargers. This is an interesting list. Oh, I loaded the wrong rosters. Give me a second. These are rosters for something else I have planned. Let me get the right ones real quick. I'll do just everything else the same I just did, including the record. Okay, after checking what the hell I did, apparently, I accidentally saved over my actual, like, custom roster. Oops. So I guess now I fixed them, obviously, but I guess we're just in an alternate world where Jared Goff never left the Rams, Aaron Rodgers never left the Packers, Teddy Bridgewater never left the Vikings. That doesn't ruin the immersion of this video at all, right? Smile? Well, either way, Offensive Player of the Year goes to Cooper Kupp. Alvin Kamara at number 2. That kind of sucks. I wish he could have won that. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Aaron Donald. I don't don't think we'll see any Saints up here. No Saints. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Bryce Young. No Saints up here. And Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Jack Campbell. BRYAN at number 5. Isaiah Foskey at number 8. So definitely not a bad first season, aside from me being stupid. But with that, let's get into the offseason and let's try to actually upgrade this team, because I haven't really done anything to it yet. Okay, well, in the Super Bowl, the Bengals take down the 49ers 44-38. That's definitely a possible Super Bowl. I don't think either of those teams are altered. Let me see. At least I hope not, because I only got to like quarterbacks. No, they have Trey Lance. And then, yeah, the Bengals still obviously have Joe Burrow. So that's a fully valid Super Bowl. I could see it happening this year. I mean, sometimes the Super Bowls are a little wild in simulation, but that's a pretty decent one. In terms of re-signings, though, I mean, there just isn't really anybody here that I want back too bad. Rashid Shaheed I do want back, but it just doesn't look like he's interested. We'll offer him 5 years, 35 mil. Oh, and he does take it. Okay, cool. So we do bring him back at the very least. Everyone else here is just depth. I think Zach Bond might be a starter, but I don't think he got much playing time anyways. No, he wasn't a starter. Okay. So yeah, just a bunch of depth pieces there. But with that, let's get into free agency, and hopefully there's some good players that we can add. Of course not. Year 1 in free agency is never good with updated rosters, obviously, so there just isn't a lot here that we can do. We could go after a linebacker. I mean, we already have a need for one. Demario Davis isn't getting any younger, but I think Leighton Vander Esch is under contract right now, so maybe we shouldn't. Okay, yeah, there just aren't many upgrades we can make here, really. So with that, let's get to the draft, and hopefully we can add some decent players through there. And actually, looking at the dev traits, Taysom Hill went up to Superstar. I guess he was really good this year. Alvin Kamara went up to X Factor. BRYAN went up to X Factor. We'll definitely take that. Pete Werner went up to Star. Those are some pretty massive dev ups. I don't know how I feel about BRESEE having X Factor, but that's what the game decided. Okay, so here in the draft, we have the number 8 overall pick. The Cardinals actually have the number 1 overall pick, which they didn't even get messed with. I don't know how they were that bad, but fair enough. But let's just simulate straight to our pick, and we might be thinking quarterback here. The problem is this just is not a good quarterback class. Braxton Ainge, I think, was the original best. Obviously still available. The other first round QB, Colin Bennett, is UDFA level players, so that's not exactly what you want in a first round pick, believe it or not. Ooh, there is a top 5 level tackle here. Whoa, this guy ran a 4.87 at the combine, and that was only 3rd? What the fuck? Another option is trading down here. The problem is I do want that QB, and I don't want to trade down too far to where he'll be gone. That Vikings trade is interesting. It's only down 6 picks. God, I feel like the QB might get taken if we do that, though. And this team does not have many picks to work with, so it might be worth it. And is this guy even that good? I mean, he's a 1st to 2nd round talent. He just happens to be the best quarterback available. He'll be around like a 72 overall. We're just completely banking on him having a dev trait, but we don't even know if he's gonna have one. He is really athletic, though. Was 1st for almost everything at the combine, or at least 2nd, but his deep accuracy at least isn't great. He doesn't have as many A ratings for passing stats as I would hope for a first round quarterback in this game, and it's a weak quarterback class, so nobody's really that good here, and he still doesn't look that good compared to him. But he does have great throw power. If it was anything worse than that, I probably wouldn't take him, but we are going to take him. Braxton Ainge, he's 6'2", 218, 22 years old. A lot of 2s there. Out of Colorado State. Let's take him. Okay, he has hidden dev. Thank God. This could have been a really bad pick if he didn't, but he actually looks like a really good player. I mean, we know he's not going to be a really good overall because he is only a 1st to 2nd round talent, but 92 throw power, 88 speed, 89 excel, 92 change of direction. God damn, that's even better than I thought he would be. And here in the 2nd round, we do still have a few positions of need, for sure. I mean, obviously, I haven't even really done anything to this team yet. I do want a linebacker, but there just isn't a very good-looking one at all. Ooh, holy shit. I feel like most of those A ratings are lies, but ooh, well, maybe not. Jazir Guyton, oh, he's just slow. Well, not slow, but not super quick. If he's available round 3, I definitely want to take him, though. Or Clayton Wheeler, are you good? He's faster. We don't really need tight end, though. I mean, we do need a number 1, but we already have 3, like, decent ones. All right, this might be the biggest player I've ever seen in a Madden-generated draft. 6'6", 378 pounds? I thought it said 278 at first. I was like, huh, that's kind of a little bit small of a defensive tackle, but no, 378. God damn. I mean, he doesn't look good, but I just wanted to point it out. That guy's fucking huge. But I do think I want to go with Shelton Kennedy with this pick. Ran a 4.3 flat at the combine. It ran a 4.26 at his pro day. Elite speed, has a deep route, good release, good catch in traffic, potentially really good awareness, which would be nice. We don't really need receiver, but he almost just looks like best player available at a relative position in need. We could go with a lineman too. That actually might be a better move now that I think about it. The problem is all of them look like shit. Super cool. Alex Chapman might be decent. The problem is he's just not strong. Is pretty much the fastest center in the class. Good awareness, good lead block. We would move him to left guard, I guess. Is he amazing? Probably not, but he could be decent. Let's take him. Normal dev, unfortunately, but good speed for a lineman. Not the best strength, though. Oh yeah, and we don't pick again until the 5th round. What the fuck did the Saints do with their picks? I traded for their realistic picks. What the fuck did they do? I don't remember. Where did they all go? Okay, well, this wasn't an awful draft, I guess. Again, we just didn't have many picks, but Braxton Ainge is actually a pretty good player. 73 overall, good throw power, decent short accuracy, good throw on the run, obviously really athletic. So hopefully our QB of the future. But I mean, worst case scenario, we could just A, draft another one if he ends up being terrible, or B, maybe either sign or even trade for a different QB. I don't know. Alex Chapman isn't great. What's his overall at guard? Does he go up or down? Probably down. No, he goes way up to a 74, so that's actually a pretty good pick then. You know what? I'm actually really cool with this draft. I did make these 3 picks. None of them are great, but they were just meant to be depth anyways. It doesn't look that amazing on paper, but to get potentially our franchise QB and a good lineman could be pretty nice. All right, well, here we're going to be trading Derek Carr to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for a 3rd round pick. I feel like that's fair value for a slightly below average QB. I guess you would call him maybe more average in real life, but has regressed here a little bit. But, you know, they don't really have a proven good QB in real life, and they don't here either. I mean, they had Tyrod Taylor. I guess they just signed him. And I think the Bucs were interested at Derek Carr. At least there were rumors a few times, before they got Tom Brady. I heard rumors this offseason that they could look at him. Obviously, the Saints ended up getting him, but now he will finally join the Buccaneers, and we get decent enough value for him, so I'm fine with that. All right, well, here's a look at the team heading into year number 2 of the rebuild. Obviously, we're hoping for good things from Braxton Ainge as a rookie. I actually might do this, too, because Michael Thomas is already our slot, and I want Chris Olave to produce, so we'll put him as the number 1. So hopefully now both of them can produce. We'll see. If the offense sucks this year, we might change the playbook, though. The O-line is looking good. It's obviously really young. We're going to start Foster Moreau. I didn't mean to start Taysom Hill last year, but I guess it did work out. He was pretty good, but just doesn't really have much upside. Even though he does have superstar dev, he's just old. And then on defense here, not much has changed. Just we added, what's this guy's first name? Cedric Greer through the draft. I guess we'll put him there, but also I signed Monty Rice out of free agency, so he's gonna get more playing time. But obviously it is pretty huge that BRYAN got X Factor, but hopefully we can do better than last year. We do technically have a higher overall team. We have a lot of younger players that can develop, including our quarterback. So with that, let's get to the midseason point of year 2, and hopefully we can do pretty well. Okay, goddamn, at the midseason point of year number 2, we are 6-1. I'm gonna be 100% honest. I thought we were gonna kinda suck this year, but our offense is is amazing. Our defense is also very good. Is our rookie QB just a monster? It looks like it. 2,000 yards, 16 touchdowns, only 2 picks at the midseason. God damn. And we have a breakout linebacker here. I don't know which... Pete Werner, maybe? Yeah, Pete Werner. Okay, cool. Hold the Bucks to less than 200 yards or get Pete Werner 2+ interception, force fumble, tackles for loss, or sacks. So hopefully we can hit that. I mean, him getting superstar would be pretty huge. And then for re-signings, we do have a bit of a doozy here, I guess, is the word. The thing is, a lot of these players are kinda old. So I'm thinking about just waiting until the end of the year for them to regress, and then I'll try to re-sign him. With the exception maybe being Michael Thomas, because we obviously do want him back. We'll offer him 5 years, 123 mil. Let's see if he takes that, and he does. Yeah, Tyrann will probably regress. Demario Davis will definitely regress a decent amount. Pete Werner I do want back. That's expensive, but we'll offer him this 5 years, 66 mil. He takes it. That's not too bad. We have 69 mil left. Nice. Paulson Adebo I definitely want back. He's developed pretty nicely. That's really cheap. I don't know if I want to sign him for that cheap, but 6 years, 42 mil. Let's see if he takes that, and he does. We could find a replacement for Marcus May too. How has he been? 1 pick last year, 0 this year. Not many catches allowed, but not that many pass deflections either. I don't know. I definitely think we could replace him. But other than them, it's just a lot of depth players here pretty much. Thank God Andres Pete's contract is going to be off our books. So yeah, definitely some players we're going to look to re-sign at the end of the year because they are old. Plus, I think players play better when they need a contract, so maybe it's better to not re-sign them yet. I don't know. And I was about to say, let's get to the end of the year, but I want to see if Pete Werner can hit his breakout, so let's see if he does. Okay, well, we do beat the Buccaneers 24-17. They don't score many points, so it looks like we had a good defensive game. Let's see if he hits it. Ah, god damn it. Okay, well, that would have been nice, but it wouldn't have been like that crazy, so it is what it is. So with that, now let's get to the end of year number 2. All right, so y'all know why we're here, if you've seen one of my videos before. Be sure to like, be sure to subscribe. 500 likes, 6,500 subs, and I will be very happy. And if you've made it here, I mean, you're enjoying it at least a little bit, so I'd very much appreciate it. It'll help you see more of my videos, and it helps me out too. But here's a look at the team at the end of year number 2. Braxton Ainge actually has superstar dev. He's looking pretty good at 90 throw on the run, obviously good speed. It looks like he got a speed increase because I think he had 88. Looks like a very good player already. And then on defense, I mean, there isn't much noteworthy here. Just overall a good defense. But in year number 2, we finished 12-5, making the playoffs. Now, even though we were 12-5, we didn't get a first round bye, but at least we made the playoffs. Now, I guess the second half of our season wasn't great because we started, what, 7-1, finished 5-4, which is a winning record at least, but not as good as the first half of the year. But what is good is Braxton Ainge, 4,888 yards, 40 touchdowns, only 5 picks. This playbook, I might start thinking about using it because, I don't know, it just seems really good. It seems like it's very low interceptions. I mean, I guess Derek Carr last year finished with high-ish interceptions, but at the midseason, he had like 2. Just had a shit second half of the year. Almost 1,500 yards for Kamara, 17 touchdowns. Also 11 touchdowns for Jamal Williams. I kind of wish those went to Kamara, but it is what it is. And it looks like my idea did work. 1,200 yards each for Chris Olave and Michael Thomas. Michael Thomas with 14 touchdowns. Only 3 for Chris Olave, though. Rashid Shaheed was also good, so we'll definitely take that. And then blocking, ooh, Trevor Penning was terrible. Max Chapman as a rookie was fine. Eric McCoy wasn't great. Neither was Cesar. You know, nobody on the offensive line was really that good, basically. Demario Davis led the team with 123 tackles. Tackles for loss, 19 for fucking Isaiah Foskey. Okay, I mean, we'll take it. And then sacks, 9.5 for Cam Jordan, 5.5 for Foskey, 4 for BRESEE. BRESEE hasn't been getting that much pressure, but the tackles for loss have been good. 3 for Nathan Shepard, and then interceptions, 4 for Lattimore, 3 for Werner, Roby, and Davis, 2 for Adebo and Matthew, and then 1 for a couple players. But let's check out these yearly awards. MVP goes to Joe Burrow. Braxton Ainge as a rookie at number 3. Derek Carr is up there at number 10, but it's fine. We have the better QB anyways now. What the fuck? Tyler Boyd wins the AFC Offensive Player of the Year. But NFC Offensive Player of the Year actually actually goes to Alvin Kamara. I think he had like 600 receiving yards and probably a few receiving touchdowns too, so that added to him winning Offensive Player of the Year. We'll definitely take that. No other Saints though. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Micah Parsons. No Saints, unfortunately. Offensive Rookie of the Year obviously goes to Braxton Ainge. No Saints, or no other Saints. And Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Bruce Brackett of the Lions. That's definitely a name. Cedric Greer at number 7. So definitely a very good season. And we actually have a one last hurrah. The question is this going to be for Demario Davis or Cam Jordan? I don't know who's worse that they're going to retire. But also I might cheese it and just not click the scenario once we are done with the playoffs, but it is Cam Jordan. God, I hate our quarterback's haircut. It's not like 1955 anymore, believe it or not. But plus 10 morale for all players on the team, we'll definitely take that. But it's only year 2, so we're not going to jump into the playoff games yet. We do have a first of many scenario though. Always got to play it cool though, you know me. No risk, no reward, I'm cool with that. But without further ado, let's just simulate this game out against the 10-7 New York Giants, who do have a horrible pass defense. 303 passing yards allowed per game. Damn. But let's see if we get a win. And we do, 37-31. As we're going to be taking on the 9-8 Minnesota Vikings in the divisional. Now they have a shit defense, but they have an 88 overall offense. Their offense is no joke. Ooh, big upgrade here. Braxton Ainge gets one. We'll take that. But we of course have a recap for the one last hurrah. This is going to give us plus 10 more morale, I'm pretty sure. Yes, sir. And of course a recap for the first of many. Give us those sweet, juicy staff points. Please and thank you. Ooh, the Vikings defense is bad. I mean, their yards per game for rushing and passing aren't bad, but they're scoring. They allow 30.4 points per game. Ours only allows 24.8, and that's only 8. Well, let's simulate this game out, and let's see if we can get a win. And we do, 35-28. Both of these playoff games have been close, but at least we have been winning. And we do have another one last hurrah scenario, more morale for everybody. Actually, what's the team looking like with this crazy ass amount of morale? I kind of want to see it. Lots of plus 3s and plus 4s. Ainge up to an 82 as a rookie. I saw Olave up to a 91. That's definitely helping out the team. But we're going to be taking on the 8-9 Philadelphia Eagles. What happened? Their offense is just terrible. It doesn't look like it's playing terrible, just not good. Their defense is really good though, so I don't know. It's going to be the second offense versus the second defense in terms of points per game. So we'll see how that goes. Let's simulate this game out and see if we can make the Super Bowl. And we do. We win 35-21 over Philadelphia. Upgrade for BRYAN here. And we're going to be taking on the, I deadass almost said Oakland Raiders, the Las Vegas Raiders in the Super Bowl. And we have another one last hurrah. Is this one going to max out our morale? Oh, plus 15. That'll pretty much max out every player's morale, I think. But of course, in the Super Bowl, we're going to be taking on the Raiders. They're only an 82 overall to our 84. We have the better record. Do they get a home game for this Super Bowl? I hope not, but they might. We'll see. But let's actually see if we got any dev ups. We did not. Unless it's next week. No, it's not next week. Isaiah Foskey went up to superstar. That's pretty huge. He hasn't been a stud in terms of pass rush. He's been okay, but he has been getting a lot of tackles for loss. I was just hoping Ainge could get X Factor, but does get 3 upgrades here, so we'll definitely take that. Oh, I saw plus 1 throw power. Now he's up to an 82-85 with morale as a goddamn rookie. And of course, I'm assuming we have a lot more upgrades than just that. Well, I guess not a lot more, but a few more at least, including Alvin Kamara. But we have the final one last hurrah. I think this maxes out the stamina or morale, which why wouldn't it have just done that last week? I don't know. Either way. Oh no, it's just saying that he'll retire. Okay, never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about, apparently. But we have a Super Bowl Media Day scenario. We're obviously going to jump into the Super Bowl now. I think it was the last video I did, we were just straight simulating the games, not jumping in, and we literally won all of them, and then we jumped in. We made like 3 Super Bowls and lost all 3 of them when we jumped in. So maybe it wouldn't be a good strat to jump in, but we're still gonna. But this Super Bowl's technically just the beginning. We only have 2, or what, we still have 2 more years is what I meant to say, not only. So it's not necessarily make or break, but it would definitely be very nice to win. So with that, let's jump in against the Las Vegas Raiders, and let's see if we can beat them in Cam Jordan's final game. I always used to get him and Jordan Cameron mixed up, but I guess Jordan Cameron retired a few years ago, so now it's easy to remember. All right, well, here we we go in the Super Bowl. For some reason, I have no... Oh, my headphones are dead. I'm stupid. But yeah, the Raiders do get a home game for the Super Bowl. That's not great, but it is what it is. Now, the Super Bowls here are a year behind because we're a year behind. You obviously can't put yourself in the future if you want to use custom rosters. I mean, you can, but you would have to manually do everything. And I don't feel like taking a month to edit a franchise to use to make all my other franchises. So we're just gonna tough it out, but I guess it works to our disadvantage because they get a home game. But I don't think home field advantage really even exists in Madden. At least it doesn't seem like it does. It almost seems like a disadvantage sometimes. Maybe that's just me. But either way, let's simulate this game out and let's see if we can get a Super Bowl win. It looks like we will not. The Raiders go up early 14-0. We do score, but we only get 6. It looks like we either missed an extra point or went for 2 and didn't get it. The Raiders are up 21-9 in the third quarter. We do get a touchdown, but so do they. We get a field goal to bring it within 9 points. We get a field goal to bring it really close. We get a touchdown in the fourth quarter, but so do they. And yeah, maybe I just shouldn't jump into playoff games. I've had really bad luck jumping into Super Bowls for some reason. So unfortunately, we cannot get a Super Bowl win here. If we make another Super Bowl, I'm dead ass not gonna jump in. We're just gonna simulate it. Because to be honest, we should have won that. We had the better team. We had the better like everything. Better QB. I guess they had a better running back, but we also had a good one. I don't know. We were the better team, but it is what it is. But for re-signings, it does look like Cam Jordan did retire, even though I didn't click on his thing. I guess he was just at that age, so he did just retire. But obviously, we still have some players here to re-sign. We want Tyrann Mathieu back. We'll offer him just neutral because he is very interested. We'll offer him 2 years, 28.8 mil, and he takes it. Beautiful. And then Demario Davis is regressing, but he's still good at an 84 with X Factor, so we'll offer him 1 year, 9.1 mil, and he takes it too. But Marcus May, he's been meh. He was better when he was on the Jets, to be honest. He's still solid with the Saints, but in this rebuild, he hasn't done all that much. Yeah, only 1 pick in 2 years. That's not great. And only 2 passed. He finished the year with only 2. Yeah, definitely not. But everyone else here is just a backup. So with that, let's get into free agency with about 50 mil to work with, and hopefully there's some good players this year. Oh, there definitely are. Okay. Should I just make literally the greatest receiver group of all time? That's tempting, but like, what would be the point? Okay, so here are the players we're gonna be going for in free agency. We're technically going for Justin Jefferson because there's literally nobody offering for him, but after all the other moves we were trying to go for, we just didn't have much money left. You know, I could actually seriously try to go for him because there's nobody interested in Malik Hooker or Jeff Okudah right now, and it would create literally the best receiving core of all time. There's almost no debate. You know what? Should we? I guess so. I guess. It's still not a great offer though, and if he doesn't take it this first week, we're probably just gonna withdraw so I don't miss out on the other 2 players we were going for. But the other player we're going for is Josh Allen, the linebacker Josh Allen, the pass rusher Josh Allen. I didn't know he was actually 262 pounds. He seems much smaller than that in real life to me. Maybe I'm just crazy, but I swear I remember things about like, oh, is he like too thin to hold up in the NFL? Maybe I'm crazy, but I don't know. Either way, it would be crazy to get both of these players. We do have the lead for Josh Allen, so hopefully we can get him at the very least, but we could get both. This team would be disgusting. Let's see if either of these players do sign. So we do get Josh Allen, which is cool, but we still have the lead for Justin Jefferson. Now, do Malik Hooker, okay, Malik Hooker has offers. Does Jeff Okudah has offers too. Are there any cuts we can make? Just out of curiosity, are there any cuts we can make? Because I might do it. Not really any that makes sense. I mean, I don't even think that's the money Jamal Williams is making in real life, but we could do that. Bradley Roby is down to a 73 overall. We don't really need him at 32 years old. Preston Stringer, I'd save $1 million. I mean, this isn't going to be enough to really do anything there, but I don't know. We might as well try something. It would be really fun to get Justin Jefferson. I mean, there's still no guarantees that he'll sign, but still. Okay, so we are unfortunately only tied for the lead for Jeff Okudah. Would be a nice addition, but I guess we could live without him. We still do obviously have the lead for Justin Jefferson. The Browns are interested. If he doesn't sign here, there will probably be a team that passes us, so we'll just pull out like I don't do with your mother. But let's see if either of these players sign. hopefully, okay, no, we do get passed up for Justin Jefferson. The Panthers are the leading team now, so we're gonna pull out. We do get Jeff Okudah at the very least, so that didn't really ruin anything here. We don't get Malik Hooker, but he's already 28, wouldn't have developed too much more anyways, and I guess we can look to sign maybe a couple more players. Okay, so these are two other players we're gonna go for. It's gonna be Brandon Ayuk. I don't know why I'm so set on getting another good receiver. I just kind of want to now, but Brandon Ayuk is very interested. If he wasn't interested, I probably wouldn't have gone for him, but just because he is, we might as well add another good player, and Frankie Louvu will be a good third linebacker, I guess, stealing another player away from a division rival. Jeff Okudah was the other one. So let's see if either of these two players do sign with us, and it looks like we do get both, so pretty good free agent class. I'll definitely take that. All right, well, we have a fifth-year option here for Peyton Turner. Let me think about that. No. Yeah, I didn't understand that pick at the time. I gave it a little bit of the benefit of the doubt because he was a good scheme fit, but no, it didn't work out. At least it hasn't so far. I mean, he's probably going to get a chance this year, but also maybe not. And even if he does get a chance, I don't know if he's going to be great, but you never know, I guess. All right, well, here, this might be a controversial one. I mean, maybe not, but we're going to be trading Trevor Penning to the Browns for a second-round pick. He's been pretty awful for us. I mean, 16 sacks allowed last year. That's it's not ideal. I mean, that's almost one per game. So we'll probably spend the pick we got on him, or got for him, on his replacement. And I think we're gonna move Ryan Ramczyk to left tackle. Is it realistic? I don't know, but I would rather him play left tackle than some rookie, because I mean, that's pretty much what we did with Trevor Penning, and that didn't really work out. So for us, I think this is the better move. Moving linemen doesn't work out great sometimes, but for Madden, I think it's the better choice. All right, so here in the draft, the Chargers have the #1 pick, which I guess makes sense because they lost now MVP Justin Herbert. So that's not ideal for them, but we have the 31st overall pick. I had to trade back for some of our picks from the Eagles because, again, a year behind here, I guess. So we didn't have some of the picks we should have, but damn, having a late first kind of sucks. A lot of the players I did want are gone. Shocking, I know. You know, Jay Seymour actually looks pretty good. He's not supposed to go until the late second, I guess, so maybe we think about him. Although a lot of these guys look good. Maybe just nobody's good here, so everyone looks decent compared to each other. I don't know. We also do need a safety. Ooh, Donovan Hillhouse. Ooh, this guy looks really good. His pursuit isn't great, but everything else does look pretty good. Okay, so he's definitely an option. And then the third option is obviously taking a lineman, but we can wait. These third round guys look pretty good, or third to fourth round guys. So I think we'll wait for them. With this first pick, let's go with Donovan Hillhouse. Technically a reach based on where he is projected to go, but I like his speed. Most safeties in this game are really slow, but this guy actually has good speed. Doesn't have the craziest ratings, but at least has A-man coverage. He's a low injury player, so that's a good sign. A lot of the time they are good players. But Donovan Hillhouse is 5'11", 217, 22 years old, out of Iowa. I don't know, he's probably not gonna have a dev trait, honestly, but let's take him. He does. Okay, so I just need to say shit like that and the game will prove me wrong. He does have a dev trait. He has 92 speed, 92 acceleration. I was hoping that would be a little higher, but that's good for sure. We'll definitely take that. He looks like a really good player. And then this is our Cleveland Browns Trevor Penning pick. I don't think we are gonna directly replace him with this pick, but we might with the next one. I kind of like Jay Seymour. He's weird because he's 6'3", 279, which is big, but the Saints like big defensive ends anyways. But he's built like a straight up 3-4 defensive end. At least his, well, I guess I wouldn't necessarily say that because he does have decent speed, just the reps are really high, which is good. Has overall really good ratings. I like the pursuit. I feel like pursuit's an underrated rating. I feel like it's really important for overall. So yeah, he looks like a good player. He'll probably have somewhere around 75 power moves, probably 78 block shed, like 82 pursuit. I don't know, we'll see. Let's take him. And he has hidden dev as well. Now, honestly, we could kind of rotate him between playing defensive end and defensive tackle. He has the size and strength to do that, so this guy could be really good. I like that pick a lot. Now, of course, we still do need an offensive lineman, and it looks like those two right guards are the best two available. Actually, this guy looks pretty good too. We might also take him. I don't know which one of these two players I like more. This guy's a low injury player, but Earl Paxton does have more A ratings, I guess, and is a little stronger, but he is 2 years older. I don't know, I just like his ratings a little more. I think he'll probably be the higher overall player, just is 2 years older, but I think he's a good player. He's 6'5", 330, 23 years old, out of Cal. Let's take him, and he has hidden dev. We're obviously going to move him to right tackle. Does have a good build for that at 6'5", 330. That's a little thick for a tackle, but you know, I like him thick. Anyways, should be good, hopefully. At least a good overall. I can't promise that he'll play well, but at least has a good overall. We have a 3rd round pick here. Where did we even get this 3rd round pick? Was this the one for Derek Carr? This might be the Derek Carr pick. This linebacker is interesting. Normally, I don't trust these like small pass coverage outside linebackers, but this guy does have decent enough speed, good awareness, good zone coverage. The big thing is a lot of the time these guys don't have good pursuit or tackle, and they end up being shit, but this guy does have A pursuit and B tackle. So let's go Enrique Morton out of Florida State. He's 6 foot, 225, 23 years old. The block shedding's a little concerning, but he does look good. Let's take him, and he has hidden dev. We are 4 for 4 on hidden dev in this draft, right? Wait, are we? Yeah, I think we are, but 87 speed, 88 agility, 89 excel at linebacker is definitely really nice. How the fuck does someone with 38 bench press reps have F power? F for both run block and pass block power. I was like, holy shit, this guy actually looks really good, and then, yeah, 2 Fs. Not great. Still gonna take him, though, because he's interesting. Normal dev, probably not good, but could be. I don't know. I just don't know what else to take here, I'm gonna be honest. Oh, shit, we needed a 2nd tight end and a 2nd running back. I forgot about that. Oops. We actually had a really good draft, I'm not gonna lie. This almost feels like one of the best drafts I've ever had. Now, we didn't get, like, a fucking 80-plus overall player, but to get like a genuinely good player with every single one of the at least top 4 picks, and all probably gonna start except for Morton. Seymour might not start because we do have Isaiah Foskey still, but I mean, he could, I guess. But Donovan Hillhouse is a 75 overall. Good hit power, good coverage overall, good tackle for more of a cover safety. He looks like a really good player in general. Jay Seymour is a 75 overall. Obviously really good strength, good speed, does have 75 power moves, little lower block shedding in pursuit than I expected, but both are only like a few off. So yeah, he looks like a very good player, very good value for where we got him. Earl Paxton was a 73 at guard, went down to a 72 at tackle, 90 impact block, decent enough strength, looks like a good player. I'm kind of curious what the other guy looked like though. I think this is him, Aaron Kelly. Is a 72, so we got the higher overall player, I guess technically, not anymore, but he was a 73 at guard. And this guy has star dev, so our guy probably also has star dev, but who knows. I need to get better at scouting because some of these guys that are like a good overall were not on my radar literally at all. Like Isaac Triplett, I didn't even like notice him being decent at all. Like, where the fuck did these guys come from? Trent Stanley, Greg Wright, Timmy Phillips is really good. I was thinking about taking him though. And then I did take every pick here. I mean, Enrique Morton's a 73, he's a really good player. Allen wasn't too bad at a 68. I mean, that's not great. I just kind of tried to fill out some depth here. Got some pretty shit players in the last 2 rounds, but overall, definitely a really good draft. I don't know if this is quite as good as the like 2017 Saints draft, but you never know. I think we got some good players here. All right, so here's a look at the team heading into year number 3 of the rebuild. Definitely a really good looking team on paper. We did really well last year, and really just everything is upgraded. We didn't really get worse anywhere. I mean, I guess technically at tackle we did, but Trevor Penning was literally fucking terrible, so Paxton, unless he's just awful and the idea to move Ramczyk to left tackle was awful, it should be a better offensive line. We're hoping. And then on defense, I kind of forgot I signed Frankie Louvu. If I remembered, I maybe wouldn't have drafted Morton, but Morton was good value anyways, so I'm fine with it. I forgot we needed a defensive tackle, but Seymour actually doubles as both a defensive end and tackle, so we'll just play him there, to be honest. So yeah, I'm definitely loving how the team is looking so far. Obviously, you know, we also added Josh Allen, Jeff Jeff Okudah, Brandon Ayuk, definitely some good players. So with that, let's get to the midseason point of year number 3, and I can't wait to be fucking 2-5 or something. Ooh, okay, well, I was mostly joking when I said, oh hey, we're gonna be terrible at the midseason, but we're not great. We're 3-4. What's wrong with the team? I swear to God, if it's the tackle change, I'm gonna fucking scream. Braxton Ainge just isn't quite as good this year. I guess a little bit of a sophomore slump. Hopefully he'll be better either in the second half of the year or next year. Is it the offensive line? I swear to God. No, it's not too bad. Cesar Ruiz on pace to be a part of the all castration team again. We're not getting like any pressure at all. We have a good amount of picks though. As a rookie, Donovan Hillhouse already 3 picks. So some players doing well, some definitely not doing well, but it's only the midseason. Things can definitely still turn around. We have a breakout D lineman. Is this going to be the rookie? No, it's going to be Josh Allen. Okay. Hold the Seahawks to less than 50 rushing yards and 0 rushing touchdowns, or get Josh Allen 3+ interceptions. Don't know about that one. Forced fumbles, tackles for loss, or sacks. I don't think that's going to happen, but I guess we'll still check. And for re-signings, we do have Ryan Ramczyk here. I definitely want him back. How much is he going to be? I don't know if he'll take player friendly, but we'll offer it to him. 3 years, 57.3 mil, and he does take it. Okay, cool. That's actually a pretty good deal, so I'm happy with that. And then Demario Davis, we'll just wait for him to regress. He honestly might just retire. We'll see though. And then Foster Moreau, we can definitely upgrade there, assuming we have money in free agency, which I don't know. But with that, let's see if we can get a win here, which probably not. The Seahawks look like they're doing well, even though we literally have 4 overall on them. But let's see if we can hit the breakout. So we of course do lose by double digits, and let's see the breakout player. I highly doubt we hit it. No, we did not. God damn it. All right, well, even though we literally only upgraded the team and were 12-5 last year, we somehow finished 7-10. I really don't know how. The problem wasn't really Braxton Ainge. I mean, he wasn't nearly as good as he was last year, but was still good. 4,500 yards, 34 touchdowns, 13 picks. The completion percentage wasn't great, but it is what it is. Alvin Kamara with another very good season. Michael Thomas and Chris Olave both had over 1,100 yards. Michael Thomas with almost 1,300. Was it the blocking? Max Chapman's actually really bad. He wasn't good year 1 either. Ryan Ramczyk was good for Madden at least. Paxton was not great. McCoy was pretty bad too. Ruiz has been like the constant good player here. And I guess Ramczyk too. Demario Davis led the team in tackles with 146. Tackles for loss, we had a shit ton with Foskey and Jay Seymour as a rookie leading the team with 16. And then sacks, we had 9 from Josh Allen. That's fine, I guess. 7.5 from BRESEE. He was good this year. 5 from Seymour. Only 3.5 for Foskey though. 3.5 for Davis. I mean, Demario Davis had as many sacks as Foskey, so that's not ideal. And then interceptions, 3 for Davis and Hillhouse as a rookie. Didn't get any more on the year, but apparently loves the number 3. 3 pass deflections, 33 catches allowed. Whatever. 2 interceptions for Okudah and Lattimore, and then 1 for a few players. So definitely a very disappointing year, but luckily there is still one more year. Jalen Hurts wins MVP here. No Saints up there. Offensive player of the year does go to Alvin Kamara again. He's been a stud in this rebuild. D-Hop on the Vikings, so they don't miss too much of a beat losing Justin Jefferson. Zeke back on the Cowboys, that's fun. You know what? That might have been the thing I was doing. I guess it's not too unrealistic that they could re-sign him. I don't know. Nick Bosa wins Defensive Player of the Year, though. Demario Davis at number 3 at like 35 years old. Quinnen Williams up there, who I wanted to go for, but he just wasn't interested, and we didn't have, well, I guess we had the money, but we just couldn't get as good of an offer as some other teams were just because he wasn't interested. Caleb McDaniels of the Commanders wins Offensive Rookie of the Year. Maybe a QB, but I don't think that's a QB face. so maybe not. I really don't know. Sean Bruce, our number 2 running back at number 6. Derek Burse of the Lions wins Defensive Rookie of the Year. Jay Seymour at number 2. Donovan Hillhouse at 3. Kind of sucks that we don't win that, I'm not going to lie. But yeah, I mean, the team is overall looking really good. We're hoping it was just a fluke year. And I do think we might move on from Isaiah Foskey. I mean, Seymour had more sacks this year from the interior pretty much. So we'll see what he can do on the edge. He's already up to 70 or 83 83 power moves. And oh yeah, I didn't even mention he has superstar dev, so that's absolutely massive. Wish he could have won Defensive Rookie of the Year because he could have gone up to X Factor, but at least he does have superstar. Hillhouse only has star, and Paxton obviously only has star. But with that, let's get into the offseason, and hopefully we can, you know, do better next year, because I'm running out of things to upgrade on this team, honestly. Well, that hurts as a Seahawks fan. The Bengals absolutely shit on the Seahawks 42-13. Similar score to when the Seahawks shit on the Broncos in the Super Bowl. It's actually really rare to see the Seahawks in the Super Bowl. That's interesting. I don't know the last time I even have. But either way, we have some re-signings here. Is Demario Davis still here? No, it looks like he did retire. That kind of sucks. So that just leaves another hole for us to fill. Pause. But Foster Moreau, I mean, he's been okay. Like a little under 700 yards each year, but we can get a better overall player probably. Peyton Turner, hell no. But with that, let's see what we can do in free agency. And actually, I want to check, are there any cuts we can make? I highly doubt it, but we really don't have much money. Ooh, Alvin Kamara's that expensive? What the fuck? How interested is he in the team? Because I might cut him and re-sign him. Oh, he's not interested. Damn it. Do I risk not being able to get him back? I wish extending players was a thing in this game. You know what? That's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna, but that isn't fair. Other teams can't extend players. I don't know. I want money to work with, but also I don't want to risk losing Alvin Kamara because he's been like our offense pretty much. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say he's been our only good thing on offense, but he has been back-to-back offensive player of the year, essentially running back MVP. You know what? Let's do it. We'll release him. We'll re-sign him, hopefully. Oh yeah, he's so much cheaper here. Is that actually what his contract is like in real life? I don't know, but I want to guarantee that we'll get him, so we're giving him a lot more money than, you know, he's asking for here. So that should work out. Hopefully we do get him. There's some good players here. I mean, Penei Sewell, we can't really afford him, but does usually play. He normally plays really well in this game, but he's been kind of ass here. There isn't really an upgrade at tight end either. We could go Tommy Tremble just because he has star dev, but I guess we'll just look to the draft. All right, so these are the two players we're going to go for. Nothing major. Well, I guess it is two really good players, but it's just bringing back Alvin Kamara. Big time saving there, so hopefully he does sign. I don't know why he wouldn't, but maybe I shouldn't have just said that because I might have just jinxed it. But I guess we didn't do a whole lot with that money. We are trying to bring in Michael Pierce, which would be nice. I get him in like literally every fucking rebuild just because he's always available and is usually interested in whatever team we're using. Maybe he's just easy to please. I don't know. But let's see if either of these two players sign right off the bat. They both do. So we get Alvin Kamara back and we add Michael Pierce. So now the team is looking even better. Ooh, Enrique Morton has superstar dev. Okay. Damn, that was a good draft. I mean, it won't be as good as the 2017 Saints because it's just really hard to get rookies to actually play decently well in this game for whatever reason. But I mean, think about it this way. Like if you're getting two superstar players, I know they're not like superstars in terms of like how good they are, but like their dev trait indicates that they like could become that. Like if you're getting that and two like just star players, that's a pretty goddamn good draft. I'm not gonna lie. But speaking of the draft, let's get to it and let's hopefully finish off this team. Actually, maybe do want to make a trade first too. We're going to be trading Max Chapman to the Dolphins for a second round pick. Maybe this is a bit steep now that I think about it. You know what? Yeah, let's tone that down a little bit. Oh god, which one was our original pick? I guess it was the 44th. Let's tone that down a little bit. Oh, the pick is gone. Oh, there it is. Okay, this game's fucking weird, dude. But the third round pick for Max Chapman, he's just been kind of dog shit, honestly. Good overall player, or good enough, but just plays like he is a 65 overall, not a 79 overall. That's probably I complain a lot about this game, but probably the worst thing to me is just players having a good overall, but just playing like absolute shit. Like, it's almost like what's even the point of having an overall at this point if it just doesn't mean anything? You know what I mean? Like, I complain about a lot of shit, but that makes this so hard to do. Because you'll have like a 85, 90 overall player and they just, if they're a pass rusher, they'll get like 5 sacks and 8 tackles for loss or or something, and you're like, yay, I'm glad I paid fucking 32 mil a year for that player. All right, so here in the draft, we have the number 12 overall pick. That's the nice part about being terrible, is we get a high pick. I was hoping it would be a little higher, but we'll take it. Now let's take a good look at the roster, because I have no idea what to do. Oh yeah, we need a tight end, maybe a second running back, although Bruce did get star dev. Kamara mentored him, so that's cool. Definitely need a guard still. I'm recording this the next day, so I'm like forgetting what I did. We do need interior defensive line depth. We can worry about that later. So tight end and guard are the main areas of concern, I guess you would say. And I did see a really good tight end later in the draft. Emmett Landry. Ooh, he's really fast. Oh my god. Okay, I will definitely go with him later, probably round 2, just to play it safe. But let's go with a lineman here. Which one do we want? Jason Stroud looks good. He's not a very good finesse player, though. There are 2 good-looking tackles here. Jason Lumen looks like maybe the better one, but he's 6'6", 310, and we don't necessarily want an Andrus Pete situation again. D'Angelo Crowther does look pretty good, though. Not quite as good, but A awareness, A impact block, lead block, run block, finesse. Good finesse player overall, good strength for more of an agile guy. Makes a little more sense at guard at 6'4", 315. He's 23 years old, left-handed just like me for real, out of Texas. Let's take him. And he has hidden dev, 88 strength, good speed, really good excel. Hopefully he'll be a pretty good guard. And with this next pick, I do think I'm gonna go with the tight end. I could do something fun here and then go with Martin Donahue here and then Landry round 3, but I don't want to risk him getting taken, so we'll just take him here. Obviously, y'all already saw him, really good looking player. He's 6'3", 273, 22 years old, left-handed just like me for real, out of Oregon. Let's take him in normal dev. That's what I was afraid of, god damn it. But still should be a good overall player, probably around a 74, 75 or something, so we'll take that. And tight ends don't develop much anyways, so I don't know how much it would have mattered. We get a good player and I'm okay with it. There are actually a lot of decent looking players here. I'm kind of having a hard time knowing who to go with. I think we're gonna take Sean Cody. Good strength, good overall ratings, few A's mixed in there. We'll just be a backup, but we'll be a good backup, so let's take him. Normal dev, unfortunately, but looks very similar to the last guy we took, so we'll take it. Another absolute banger draft here. D'Angelo Crowther is a 75 overall at guard. Definitely a good pick. Really good lead block. Good awareness for a rookie. Good strength. This guy looks really nice. 69 pass block too. Nice. Hopefully that isn't a problem. Emmett Landry is a 75. That's about what I expected. Good strength, or good speed, good catching, good excel, good spec catch, good short route running. Looks like a really good tight end. And even Sean Cody could almost start. Of course, no dev trait for him, but he is a 74 overall. That's definitely a good pick for what, the 3rd round? We'll absolutely take that. And I did make every single pick in this draft. Enrique Colon, the pick after the last player, good nose tackle, really good strength, play rec. Obviously hidden dev at 6'1", 353. He'll be a really good 3rd defensive tackle. And Chris Torres, I set tight end as the focus scouting position, and he was 100% scouted, 2nd to 3rd round talent. He's a 72 overall with hidden dev. Kind of looks like just a budget version of the first tight end we took, but does actually have a good dev trait. So now we have a really good 1-2 punch at tight end. I tried to get a good second running back. This guy is definitely not that. And then I just took some depth players there because we didn't have enough depth at those positions. So good draft overall. I'm really happy with it. And with that, let's get into year number 4. All right, well, here's a look at the team heading into the 4th and final year of the rebuild. Obviously, a very good team we have here. Really no holes here on offense. I guess tackle maybe, and tight end technically, but we're hoping Landry and Torres can develop throughout the year. The team as a whole is just looking really good. Hopefully Braxton Ainge can have a good year. And actually, I might change the defensive playbook because it was really bad last year. Kansas City usually works pretty well for me on defense. We were like 29th or 30th on defense last year with a pretty good roster, so we'll try something different. Hopefully this works better. But yeah, the team's looking good. We don't have many holes on defense either. The only one is really Morton, but he has superstar dev, so hopefully he can develop. I guess Seymour too, but he also has superstar dev. So the team in general is looking very, very nice. I'm excited to see how we can do. So with that, let's get to the end of year number 4, and hopefully we can do pretty well. I'm actually so pissed. Here we are. I'll show you why in a second, but here we are at the end of year number 4. Y'all know why we're here. If you've made it this far, just like, subscribe. It helps out a ton. If you haven't already, what are you doing? Be sure to do it. It helps out. And plus, you'll get to see more banger rebuilds like this. this. We have a ton of upgrades I'll need to spend in a second. I just wanted to get straight here before I even spent them because I got something to show y'all. Alright, I guess there isn't much else for me to talk about, so I'll just show it. We went 16-1 with our one loss coming in week 18 to the Bills. We were so close to undefeated. Oh my god. I hate it here. Well, at least we were very good, but going undefeated would have been crazy. Let's check out some of the season stats though. Braxton Ainge was very good. Almost 5,000 yards, 39 touchdowns, only 8 picks, great completion percentage. Alvin Kamara, almost 1,500 yards, 19 touchdowns. Chuba Hubbard with 12 touchdowns. 1,500 yards and 10 touchdowns for Olave, 1,100 for Ayuk. Only 800 yards for Michael Thomas. I started him as the slot, but apparently that didn't matter. Landry as a rookie was okay. Blocking, Ramczyk was really bad. Paxton was bad. McCoy was bad. But Cesar Ruiz is just the best player in this game, apparently. He joins the all-castration team again for like the 3rd time in this rebuild. No players with 100 tackles on the team. I guess that's a good sign. Pete Werner with 99 tackles for loss. 14 for Michael Pierce led the team. In sacks, 19.5 for Josh Allen. 9.5 for Jay Seymour. 8.5 from Brian BRYAN. 6.5 for Michael Pierce. Great group of players there. In interceptions, 5 for Lattimore, 2 for Morton and Adebo, and then 1 for a few players. Definitely a good idea to go with the KC defensive playbook. That one seems really good. I don't know for sure if it's the best 4-3 defense, but it kind of seems like it. Joe Burrow wins MVP here. Braxton Ainge at number 7. Russ on the Packers now. That's fun. Offensive player of the year goes to Aaron Jones on the Carolina Panthers. Alvin Kamara at 2. So can't get back to back to back, but that's fine. Defensive player of the year goes to Micah Parsons. Josh Allen at number 4. Micah Parsons must have been crazy. Offensive rookie of the year goes to Jake Bruce of the Buccaneers. Emmett Landry at number 2. Would have been nice for him to win that, but it wouldn't have mattered. He wouldn't have gotten the XP until after the year anyways. And then Brandon Betts wins defensive rookie of the year for the Rams. No Saints. Overall, I can't say it's a disappointing year because we were literally 16-1, but why did we have to lose in week 18? I would have been more okay if it was like around the mid-season or early in the season if we lost, but why in the last week? That sucks. But let's see who we're going to be taking on in the divisional. We're not going to jump into these games. I mean, jumping in seems like a death sentence, I guess. If we lose, we lose, but still, over the last 2 videos, we are like 100% on games we haven't jumped into and 0% on playoff games we have jumped into. So we're not going to do it, but 4 big upgrades, 3 starters, and 1 really good depth player. But with that, we're going to be taking on the 9-8 Dallas Cowboys at only an 83 overall. I can't wait to lose this game. Of course, we're just going to simulate it out, not going to jump in. I don't have a great feeling about this, but let's see what happens. And we do win 31-14. Okay, cool. Or 31-17. I know numbers. Smile. Upgrade for Chris Torres. That's fun. He's probably almost good enough to be our starter as the number 2. Unfortunately, only star dev for him. Were there any, hold on, I didn't even like notice. Were there any good dev traits that we had that I just didn't notice? So Crowther has star. Torres obviously has star. What were the other ones we had? There was Colon or Cologne, whatever. His isn't revealed yet. Probably just star. Yeah, it is just star. Okay. And then I think that's everybody. So no great dev traits, but at least we got good players. But here in the conference championship, we're going to be taking on the 10-7 Atlanta Falcons. We have a division rival scenario thingy here. Let's go. What would help us more? I guess we have a younger defense for most of our players, so we'll go chess match. It doesn't really matter. Both teams get the upgrades anyways. I don't think it makes that much of a difference. But with that, let's simulate the week, and let's see if we can take down the Falcons and make it to the Super Bowl. And we do. We put up 30, well, we scored 31 in the last game, but over 30 points once again, beating the Falcons 35-21. We're going to have a recap for the playoff rivals, and we're going to be taking on the Tennessee Titans in the Super Bowl. That's a weird team. But let's see what we get here. Is it XP or what do we get? +5 hit power, +5 staff. That's not that good. I mean, we'll take it, but meh. I was hoping for like a hot opponent type scenario where you get like 5,000 XP or some shit. But of course, we are not going to be jumping in against the Titans. It just doesn't work for us. They're 14-3 with only an 80 overall team. The downside is if we don't jump in is we don't get to see like the whole celebration, but we haven't, I don't know the last time we've won a Super Bowl when we jumped in. We're literally literally like 0-5 on the last 5 Super Bowls we've gone to. We'll sacrifice the fun celebration for hopefully a Super Bowl win. I think that's better than losing. But this is technically everything. This Super Bowl is everything. If we don't win, the rebuild is not a success. I mean, we still built a good team. There's only so much I can do, but still. And then we do have a hot opponent scenario here. We'll just go be confident. Definitely don't want to give them ratings boosts. There's literally no point. We're not going to get like bonus morale for the next game. There isn't a next game. To make this not like just super quick and anticlimactic, let's just look at the Titans team real quick. They still have Jeffrey Simmons, who's playing up to a 99. Derrick Henry at a 98. They have Alex Manuel, I don't know, 99 tackle, goddamn. 87 overall with X Factor at only 24 years old. They have Michael Pittman, that's interesting. They still have Harold Landry, Kevin Byard, Amani Hooker looks good here. They signed Kadarius Toney. Oh yeah, they got Timmy Phillips. I was thinking about taking him at one point. He's only a 78 though with star. They just have a ton of morale. Dude, if this team didn't have morale, they would probably be like a 78 or something. That's fucking wild. How are they here? Well, I can't wait to lose to this team. Who's their quarterback actually? I didn't even see that. Oh, it's Will Levis. Oh, that's great. Only normal dev at 26 years old. How is this team in the fucking Super Bowl, dude? How are they here? Well, again, I can't wait to lose to them. It's gonna be super fun. So with that, nothing else we can really do. Let's just simulate the game out and let's see if we can get a win. And we do win the Super Bowl 21-17 over the Tennessee Titans. Let's see, how do you check the yearly awards thing? Season recap. Who won Super Bowl MVP? Tyrann Mathieu. Ooh, that's kind of fun. Definitely different to have a defensive player win it. But to be honest with you, that almost makes this more disappointing that we won the Super Bowl. We were that close to the first fully undefeated season ever. No, the Dolphins might have done that. But did they win the Super Bowl that year, or were they just regular season undefeated in like 1972? I don't know. Either way, we were so close to fully undefeated. At least we win a Super Bowl, but fuck the Bills. We were so close, man. They were probably like 6-11 too or some shit. But of course, that's the end of today's rebuild. This team is amazing. Cesar Ruiz got superstar dev. He's such a monster in this game. I don't know why. It doesn't look like there are any other dev ups here on defense, but this team in general is just kind of crazy. Again, if you enjoyed for like the millionth time, be sure to like, be sure to subscribe. Helps out a ton, and you'll see more videos like this, more bangers from your boy in your recommended. That was hella cringe. I am really sorry, but I need to get this video actually edited, so thank you all so much for watching, and with that, I'll see y'all again in the next video. Oh yeah, let me know what team to do next for a shout out, but goodbye.